All right, welcome everyone. We are live. One of these days, I will figure out how to start the stream on time. My apologies for being a little bit late. A few things were in the pipeline with clients and such. You know how it is, or maybe not. I don't know. It's just busy. But anyways, we are here and we are ready to get started. Today is Wednesday, so happy Wednesday, the middle of the week. Hump day, I guess, some people say. And today we are going to figure out exactly what it is that we need to do in order to plan our time so we can create around 10 pieces of social media content every single day. So why do I say 10? I don't know. That's kind of the number, basically from what I've been hearing from, talking to people like Gary Vee. I never talked to him, but Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, these types of people, basically the more content you put out, the more it's like almost, if you put out 10 pieces of content, you'll get, or say that you put out one piece of content, you'll get X amount of leads. If you put out 10 pieces of content, you'll get 10X amount of leads, right? So it's just like the more volume you do, the better it is. Of course, assuming that the volume that you're doing is actually beneficial, right? So just checking my levels here. Yeah, everything looks okay. So that's why I figured, well, the more I could do, the better. So if I can put out 10 pieces of content every single day, then that would be good. That would be a good thing. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to figure out how we can do that and what type of content makes sense to do. So yesterday we were working on, I'm going to bring this up here. Whoop. Okay, what's the button? This is the button. So let's bring this up a little bit in terms of size. Okay, so yesterday we worked on creating these two documents, which were basically planning out and thinking about all the different ways that we could market our company. And we broke things down into two different things that where I'm going to be doing. Number one is building the Pixel. This side. This side is Pixel Media Corporation, where we're going to be looking at what kind of marketing materials we can use to target the people that we want to be our clients, right? Which are basically small businesses, startups, and people that, understand the value of a website and web applications and are willing to invest at least some amount of money in order to get that done, not be like the $1,000 client, which is just pretty much a nightmare. So there's that type of marketing for those types of people. And then the second is going to be creating our personal brand. And that's where content like this, which is how to make trying to figure out how to make $1 million or a company worth $1 million, that is kind of more of a personal thing of what I'm trying to do. And there's other things too that I want to do in order to, build and live the life that I want to live. And that's all going to be done on this personal brand. So that's how we're going to try to figure out what we can do and what we can realistically do on any one given day and just make sure to get it done. Now, I want to be careful to not fall into the trap of quantity over quality, because you still need to have quality content and it still needs to be I guess basically of a certain amount of quality that you're going to be happy with putting it out there. And I know this is going to be something that I'm going to struggle with, because I'm always someone, I'm really design oriented, and I like things to look a certain way and be a certain way. So I have to make sure that every piece of content doesn't take me 10 hours to do, so that everything is just super, super perfect, right? So there's going to be a balancing act between getting things out there and things looking the way that I want them to look. And, does it hit the point or not, or the message or not? So yeah, it's going to be an interesting balancing act. So what are we going to do? How are we going to do this now to figure out how we're going to take what we like? I think maybe what we can do is we can even just use like a highlighter. We could just go in, what's turning here? It doesn't seem so bad right there. Okay. Oh, then it gets stuck. Sorry, I've been having problems with this thing for a while. If I can just maybe do it like that. That seems okay. All right. So maybe what we can do is just highlight things that I think that I know that I can work on, or that I would like to work on, things that I'm good at. Okay. So let's go. I'm going to go here to start over here. In fact, I need some music here because there's going to be a lot of thinking here, I imagine. And okay. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm obviously live streaming. So I'm going to be doing that, which is what I'm doing now. And I think right here, taking clips from the live stream, that's going to be easy. So let's break down the pieces of content. So one live stream a day, that's one piece of content. Taking clips from the live streams, let's say I have to take out, or have to, I'm going to take out 3 pieces, like things that I say or whatever on the stream. I'm going to take them out and I'm going to clip them, and I'm going to use that for a YouTube short or something like that. So let's say we take out 3, or actually what we can do is take it out from here, but video clips, let's say we'll take out 3, and then quotes for something like Instagram. So something that I say, let's think about how I could actually, but I don't know, put it into some kind of Instagram thing, I guess you could say. Am I going to want to do that? I don't know. Because one thing I'm thinking about, Twitter. Yeah, Twitter is something that I could do as well too. Yeah. Seems to make sense to try to connect with people, right? Okay. I really like the idea of doing a podcast. So if I did one podcast per week, what kind of content would that break down? That would break down to one full length video and audio, right? Little clips. For YouTube Shorts. It's hard to say how many, right? Let's just say 3, I guess. I mean, you would think that you could get more things from what someone is going to say, like a guest, right? And then we can get like longer clips for like a clips channel. Result in, all right, so that's visible. Put it up to 170%. So Yeah, the thing is having someone to be able to do this. Is this something that I'm going to be doing, or something that I could send off to someone else to do? Say you can get 6 little clips, right? If you're going to have an hour or 2 hour long podcast, you damn well better be sure that you think you could put in, or that you can create 6 60-second clips, right? Of like the best of the best. So let's say that could be, that's like 10 pieces of content, again, per week, right? Okay. Let's highlight this here, I guess. My goodness. There's a lot of things here. Okay, so I'm trying to think, like this is 1 per day. That's 4 per day. I mean, we can go here. So this long form video, I like the idea. I mean, I've done it before, and I know I need to do them. I mean, I do them already, just on my own, figuring out, how my weeks went, or how my week has gone. But could that be something that can be done under a membership website? I mean, I guess all of this content could be all structured and housed under some type of membership site, even whether it's free or not, or whatever the case may be. It could all be structured under there, and I think that makes sense. The overall home to all. Right? Okay. So let's say, let's just put this into context for how many of these we're going to be doing. Podcasting. Well, I did say 1 per week. 1 per week. Okay, so that's this video content would be 5 per day. That's kind of, maybe we can put the numbers, the actual numbers here in that specific activity. So this activity would yield 5 pieces of content per day. Podcasting, let's just say in terms of the amount of activities, because I said there's 10 pieces of content, let's just put this at spreading it out over the week. Let's just say one piece of content per day. So we're at 6 pieces of content per day. And again, this is for this brand, my personal brand. So I like this idea. Once per week, you sit down and you discuss you discuss the progress of what it's like to try to, create a company. And we could do things like where we can talk about, like the goal setting, right? So, yeah, I'm just trying to think of what would I talk about and how I could break it down into what the plan is. I'm trying to think about how I would structure this long form discussion about how the business is going, and talk about what the plan is for the week, and then talk about how the other week went, and like how many pieces of content would that be? Like if I was to break it down, right? Would it be like one short video talking about how my week went, one short video of how the day is going to go, or how the week is going to go? It could be. And I think over time, as I get used to doing it, I think I'll figure out how, like, it would be nice to talk about, I'll put it here, like lessons learned, say maybe for the week, or maybe even just one lesson learned for the week. So let's say that's one piece of content. Now, can I get 7 pieces of content from this to bump this up to, like, to do something once a day to post that? I don't know. That seems pushing it. Because we'll have to see how it goes. Nope. Yeah, I feel like these 3 things like if I focus on making my video content every day, and then focus on podcasting once a week, and then putting all that content through a membership website, or at least just a website. I think a membership website would make sense. That is a lot. That's 6 pieces of content, but I can see that being a whole lot more, to be honest, especially over time. So I think that's a good thing, a good piece to start. So that's for the brand, my personal brand. Now let's move these over here. So I think, yeah, my face isn't going to be blocking here. Okay. Okay, so what to do for Pixel? So I think this here for sure. So do I do 1 per week? Do I do maybe a little bit more, 2 per week? Actually, that won't go here. Let's maybe put it here. I mean, how long does it take to do a video? I mean, it could take upwards of 10 hours to do one video, depending on how long it is. And there's also the research for the video as well, too, which also takes some time, quite a bit of time. I want to say for now, as we're getting started, because there's so much, this is so much stuff. I'm going to have to figure out how long these things can take and do an estimate of how much time this is going to be to see if this even makes sense. So in the spirit of not making sure I have to work 26 hours in a day, let's keep this to 1 per week. So I'm doing 1 video for a week. And then let's say we can take that video. How many pieces of content can we break that down? I mean, now does it matter? Like, okay, what pieces of content? So if I take one thing and I take a clip and I put it on Instagram and then I put it on YouTube, does that count as 2 pieces? I think it counts as 2 pieces. And the question is going to be, how do we take those pieces and use them into the different platforms? Like, how do you use Instagram? Do you, like on a YouTube short, it's going to be different than an Instagram short, I would imagine, right? An Instagram reel, whatever it's called. That's where I'm gonna have to learn how that should be posted. Long form traditional videos, tips and tricks. All right. Can you create original content solely for short term or short form? So if there's like a quick, hey, here's a tip. I think this would be like design development tips, right? Right, so that could be like you're almost spending one day like filming a bunch of little tips to get like the whole content for the week or whatever the case may be. And I think a lot of things too could be like how to use a little piece of an application. And again, it could be super straightforward, super basic, you know, like, hey, here's how to add something to Zapier to be able to, you know, send an email or whatever, right? All the little things that I've been working on, things that I've had to like Google or whatever to figure out. I think that could be valuable. So let's say I try to create 7 of them in a week. And if I can take clips from the long form content, again, if I take one clip, again, so I don't know. I'll have to ask Andrea because I know she uses Instagram quite a bit. I mean, just to look or what have you. But how would you, if I have a 10-minute video on whatever, like how to use DaVinci Resolve, how do you put that content into Instagram? Do you maybe just have an image and some descriptions, like a text description, and then you link to that video? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I think that's going to be part of the learning process of how exactly to take this. So, I mean, don't need to be too hard on myself in terms of how many, I want to say between 4 and 6. Let's just say 6 per week. So this video content would produce 2 per day, right? If I do 7, that's 14 pieces a week, 2 pieces of content per day on average, per doing one video and one long video, and then one like a bunch of short form videos. Okay, I think I need to spend some time doing this direct communication. So I'm going to need to have a list. Yeah, create a list of potential ideal clients. You know, let's say we start with a list of 500 people. How many do I want to communicate to per day? How long would it take? I don't think it would take too long. I think it might take, let's just be real. Let's say it takes, I go over a website. If I want to do a 2-minute video, I try to keep it to 2 minutes. It takes 2 to 3 minutes. Maybe I have to do it twice. So say it takes 10 minutes to just do the video, and then you got to edit it in terms of just start and stop, put in the headings or whatever, or like the animations, and we'll just create that once and then just reuse that. And then you got to export that. That's like nothing. Then you just got to compose the email, which we'll make a template to do that as well too, and then post the video somewhere where they can see it and view it, right? Probably on Vimeo. Not too long. Let's just say at the start it'll take 20 minutes per per video per client. So then let's say I want to spend 2 hours doing that. So maybe that means I could reach 6 per day, right? But that's a little bit different though, because that's not public content. This is going to be internal, strictly for like one-on-one communications. So, but it's still a piece of content though, right? It's just not that everyone's going to see it. We'll go to start. 20 minutes per one contact. Okay. And podcasting, I think we'll leave that. I think I'd rather right now just podcast on my personal brand as opposed to Pixel. There's something else that I think, did I put it in? Right. So there's resources and kind of course creation. I do want to do both, but they're both going to be... Yeah, my goodness. What should I start with first? Should I start with, if I could pick, well, I'm going to pick creating a course for somebody, teaching them how to build a website. Should I do that first, or should I do components first? You know what? I think it should be building resources and components. And the reason why I say this is because if I build a nice repository where people can access resources for Webflow components or design components, what have you, then after, if I send out or I put out tutorials on how to build websites, for example, then I can already have these resources that are right there for people to use, right? And of course, I could record myself building these things as well. So again, this is more internal thing where it's not going to be a direct thing that I could showcase right off the bat. But as I have these, once I have these resources, I can make other pieces of content, especially these short form pieces of content about how to go about using these resources too. So that'll be good. Okay. Okay, let's do I like that? Yeah, this course creation stuff, I mean, maybe that'll be in the fall. This is very interesting here about teaching in person, but I'm gonna have to start communicating or getting in contact with the local business community and seeing what I can find, and seeing what's out there. And I do feel like I need to get on Twitter somehow, but I'm not sure exactly how. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, you know what I want to do? Let's calculate how much time this is going to be, or how much time I estimate this, all of this stuff that I think is good to start with will take. What do I want to do? I just want to open up a new blank file. Okay. So let's have, whoa, what just happened? No, I don't want 3. Okay. Time estimates. Okay. So. What do I say? live stream. So that is approximately, okay, well, let's just break it down. To do the stream, let's say that's about 2 hours. And let's say now to edit out clips. There's lots of tools out there that can help with that. Like if there's way that I'm in the stream and then I could like, oh, I want to clip that. There are tools. I don't know them yet. I'm gonna have to learn about them and see what's available. But as of now, I don't have any of that stuff. So it'd be like almost going back to the recording and like cutting out pieces and then like formatting, editing them out or what have you. So let's just say, it definitely will have to keep track of what points in time that I'm in the stream that are important or that I think will be good to like cut out. So, oh my, I think edit out clips. Let's just say that's going to take an hour. I feel like that might even take more. But let's just say I can get hopefully decent at it and it'll take about an hour to do. And then maybe, yeah, let's just say 2 hours to do, because what do I have here? I've take clips from live stream. You want to take about 3 clips. I want to pull out a quote or whatever. Like that takes time to do all that kind of stuff, right? So let's just say it takes another 2 hours. Okay. So that's the live stream. So we're going to take a podcast or podcasting, right? Let's say contacting potential guests, right? Let's say I spend 30 minutes a day on that. Actually, we're going with hours. Let's go 0.5. And to actually do the podcast, let's say the podcast itself. Let's say filming, or just say recording. Recording the podcast. By the time the guest comes here, you record whatever. Let's just say that's like a 3-hour process. And then editing and clipping out, the podcast. Let's say that takes another 3 hours. And then so let's just say editing, clipping, and creating just content pieces. I'm going to say that could take 4 hours. So this is different. This is different as well too, because this is actually what we'll do is we'll put this like, what do I want to say is per week? Let's just, okay. How much time do I have? So let's say, let's take a look at my schedule. So 6 to 8 a.m. This is going to be on average. Let's say that's like going for a walk, whatever, exercise. That's not how you spell exercise. So, and then we could say, I could say 8 to 11 a.m. for now anyways, client work. And then from 11 to 1, I could just do, let's just say business, whatever. Actually, you know what? And then we don't need to break it down any further. Say 11 to I guess I don't want to say till the end of the day because there's time you need to spend with a family or whatever. Let's say 11 to 8 p.m. That's time I could just do like work. So, I mean, I could say that I have 9 hours in a day to work on these marketing initiatives and work on the business. Which would equal 9 times 7 is 63? 63 hours per week. That might be the estimate of how much time I can spend on this. So this is 4 times 7 is what? So that's 28 hours. Whoop. Whoop. Podcasting for 5, 6, 7.5 hours. No, that's spend 0.5 hours a day. So that would be 3.5. So 4, 7, 8, 9, that'd be 10 and a half hours per week. Okay, whoop. Okay. And personal brand, okay. Progress video. That could be okay. So filming might take actually 0.5 hours. Editing and creating clips. Clips and content. So that's 2 hours. 2.5 hours per week doing that. Okay, so I have this membership website stuff, which let's just leave that for now because we're not sure what that's going to look like. Okay. So now we're on to Pixel, which is okay. Actually, let's just marketing, not strategies, but marketing avenues. Sure. Okay, so like Pixel, just say, I don't know, long form video. Okay. Let's say we got our pre-production. We could do something where like every day, maybe we want to spend brainstorming ideas. Right. And every week we're going to do pre-production, which that could take 2 hours. Filming, it's usually, well, I mean, let's be fair. 2 hours editing. I mean, I feel like this is really low here. So editing. Oh, no. What am I thinking? 2 hours. And let's say creating smaller content pieces. I don't know. Yeah. Estimates. Was it estimates are made to be broken? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 12.5 hours per week doing this. And then Pixel short form videos. I almost think it's like just a full day, like one full day a week of like shooting. So like, brainstorming, shooting, editing, all the short form videos for the week. I mean, who knows how much time that can take. I mean, it could be quick. I mean, I think throughout the week, I'll have to look at how things are going and trying to like constantly just think of like write things down. Like, oh, this is like I can make a little piece of content about this. Let's just say on average 1 hour. I mean, I think that's a lot, but 1 hour per piece of content. Let's just say we spend a full day just doing that content, right? So yeah, that's 7 hours. Okay. That's short form and long form content. And that's it. So where are we at right now? Let's get, I don't think I need a calculator for this, but that's okay. All right. 28 plus 10.5, whoop, plus 2.5, plus 12.5, plus 7. Yeah, we're at 60.5 hours in the week. And we were talking about needing 63 hours or having 63 hours. So then we'll need to per week to create all this content. Maybe I'm selling myself short in how much content I can actually create through all of these. I don't know. And then there's a question of, is this the best use of my time? Like if it's going to be 28 hours for a live stream, that's a huge chunk. That's already like, that's more than a third. Yeah, a third of 60 is like 20 something. A third of 60 is actually just 20, right? So 20.75 hours, something like that. So that's over a third of the time spent doing live streams. I mean, so what can we do? I mean, we could double, right? It's the live stream itself could be me doing the work, right? Like reaching out to people for podcasting or doing these long form videos or doing these short form videos, right? So there could be a duplicate hours here. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's a good point for me to keep in the back of my head. So I'm not doing a live stream just for the sake of just doing a sole live stream. It's actually, hey, here's me working my business and what I'm doing, right? So always got to keep that in mind. So I like that. So, but what we'll do, we'll need to find time to, what I want to make sure I need to have time to do, to build our resource library. I think I want to call that pixel pieces. And then we're going to put Pixel University for the educational piece for the future. Okay, so build our resources library. Ooh, I totally forgot. I had to put this in here. Direct communication with potential clients. And that we just know is we're going to put 2 hours a day doing that, which will be 14 hours, right? So that puts us to 74.5 hours. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. So that means we need to shave off 11 and a half hours per week. And obviously the things that stick out where I could shave off some time are potentially here, I mean here as well too. We'll have to see how this goes, but I want to do something where like how many, so I'm saying I could do 6 a day times 7 days a week. Actually, I probably shouldn't reach out on the weekdays, on the weekends. Right. So let's change this to, it's 2 hours a day times 5. So that's 10 hours. So that's a little bit better. Then we're at 70. Okay, but 6 times 5, that's 30. Times, how many weeks? 4 weeks, 120. I want to do this for 3 months straight. But I'm also going to be traveling too, so this is going to be a little bit difficult when I'm gone. But maybe I can speed up the process and have them recorded earlier and then send them. So this is just a note here. $6 per day times 5 days. We could just do this. 6 per day times 5 days a week. Times 3 months equals 360 contacts. And then we can see how that goes. 360, is that a good enough sample size? I mean, I think I would like to have it in the 3000s, to be honest. But this is a different form of communication. This is a direct to the person, highly personalized, right? It's not sending out 3,000 flyers a day kind of thing, right? Where you might get 2 people to actually pick up your flyer and look at it and give you a call. Okay, so we need to find time to build our resource library, to build out our membership website, of course. Oh, no, don't want that really big. We'll need, okay, direct communication, that's put in. Building resources, yeah, okay, I got that. And where's the other one? And is it, I think it's here. And for my thing, so playing and learning Twitter, but maybe that's something that I could do, you know, I don't want to say right before bed because I don't want to have a phone in my bed, but it could be something that's done on night or while I'm eating or something like that, right? Podcasting, membership website, yep. Yeah, okay, so if I need 70 hours and I think I have 63, and there will be overlap within the live stream of what I'm doing. So say half the time, I mean, if half the time I'm live streaming, I'm actually doing something else that is on the business, but it shouldn't be, it should be practically 100%, right? Every live stream should be me doing something in my business, but not all the time. Like this right now, this is just like, this is planning and whatever. So this isn't really part of this marketing strategy. So maybe not all the time, but say half the time. So that saves me 14 hours right there of actual work time. So that brings us to 60 or 70. And if I take off 14 hours, that'll bring me to, actually wouldn't be that much, just on the stream itself. So on the stream itself, 2 hours time. And this is also doing Monday. This is doing every day as well too. Cause I would love to stream every day as opposed to just Monday to Friday. Anyways, so it'd be half of the 14. So it'd be 7 hours. So I take off 7 hours. So 70 minus 7, that's 63 right there. So 63.5. So that pretty much gets us there. And if I could trim down how much time it takes to do one long form video, like 12 and a half hours, that seems like a lot of time. But again, we're also talking about all the other little pieces of content that are going to go with a long form video. I don't know how that's going to play out. And then the short form videos, again, I'll just take 7 hours and do 7 pieces of content. Hopefully it could be, you know, it could be something like this. I'll set up, put the camera on, like it's just recording the whole time. And I could be like, hey, all right, so I heard you want to know how to use a tablet. Well, did you know that if you just do this and you plug it in and then right away you will have access to whatever Photoshop brush, boom, away you go. I don't know, totally bad right there. But just something really quick where it could take literally 60 seconds to talk about something and show it while I'm doing it, or just maybe edit it out a little bit. And then that's it. That's one, right? So if I can get it down to where I could do one video and record it in like 5 minutes per video, per 60-second video, and then just batch edit them, then maybe instead of doing 1 per hour, again, I could do 6 per hour. Then that'll make us, I could basically do a month's worth of content in one day almost, right? If I'm six timesing how much? Because I'm saying 7 hours to do 1 week of work. So, but if I 6 times that, it's like 7 hours to do 7 weeks of work, right? So let's just call it 4 weeks to do the whole month, right? So yeah, I mean, that would be amazing. If that could be a thing, right? So we'll see. We're gonna have to see how everything's gonna shake out and play out. But I'm pretty. So let's just say time estimate. So I estimate that outside of sleep, exercise, and family. Sleep, exercise, don't forget client work, and family. I will have 9 hours per day to work strictly on creating content, or let's just say on marketing. Marketing Pixel and my personal brand. I say, yeah, no, 6 hours per day or 63 hours per week. Yeah. Well, I don't need to put that in brackets. Okay. Right. So let's divide this actually. 28 hours. Let's just put it. Okay, I don't like this red here. So I'm going to go back to it and be like, why is that in red? Okay. So let's break this down into, let's just assuming live stream, we can assume 50% live stream time is working on on activities from the other avenues. I'll say marketing avenues. So if that's the case, that brings us down 7 hours to 21, right? And let's just... Oh, the size isn't going down because it's not selected. All right, something like that. Okay. So we got 21, 31, 33, 34, 44, 45, 46.46, 56, 56, 63, 63 and a half. Is that right? Is that right? Let's, oh my goodness. Let's see if my math is still respectable. Okay. So we have 21 plus 10.5 plus 2.5 plus 12.5 plus 7 plus 10, 63.5. Cool. Okay. So that's about, that seems okay. So if I, let's put that in blue. Oh, what just happened? Don't bold it. That's actually makes the font look terrible. We'll do that. Which gives us this. Oh, after I 63.5. Let's say 50% time working on activities from 2 to 6. I just don't like that here. Okay. So Right. And so this is also assuming that, what am I trying to say here? This is assuming that I don't have much time, or I don't have very many clients. So if there's a new client that comes into play, then we're gonna have to seriously take a look at this time. Because what did I say? I think I said something about like the 9 hours per day. So how many hours are in a day? So we got 24 hours in a day, minus 8 for sleeping, minus 9 for doing that work. This that we're just estimating here, minus 2 for exercising, minus 2 for family time. That's 3 hours. So that's like 3 hours of client work. So that's usually pretty good. 3 hours of dedicated time. I work pretty fast. Usually if I get dialed in and not too distracted or what's the word I'm looking for? Like too procrastinated, or if I don't procrastinate too much, my 3 hours of work could easily go into like a 6 or 7 hour day when I get zoned in. So yeah. Okay. So what do you think? I mean, there's not much time for, like, I also want to make time, and I want to make sure I have time to build a network of like-minded individuals that are trying to build their business, trying to build their company, that are willing to put in the time and the effort that it takes to be successful. I want to have that network. I need to have that network. Okay. Right. Okay. And I liked, what are we? We're going to do April, like April, May, June, almost July. I'd almost like to have 4 months of just focusing on this. Now, how much am I going to need? So 4 months of this. So let's take a quick chat here on finances. I think we'll go over finances in another video. I mean, we're going to talk about finances a lot, but so finances. I know that personal income / cost of living needs to be, basically I need 3,000 Canadian per month. That's for us, for a family of 4. So to do this for 4 months, so April, May, June, July, April to July, or let's just say April 1st to July 31st. Are there 31st? Are there 31st days in July? Are there 31 days in July? I don't know. But whatever, that's not the point. Probably, now I need to know. March, April, May, June, July, 31. Yes. I should know. Is that my daughter's birthday? Or she on the 30th? I can never remember. Don't say anything. Okay, so that's a total. So I need to make 12,000 in that time span. Okay, so what can I say about that? So right now, I have an existing, so current contracts. So let's see. This is a quick, nope, not there. Oh, come on. How do I put this? I just want this as a bullet point. There we go. So I have a $10,000 video production. I guess just call it a job. And I have, what do I have? I'm trying to think now. I'm just wrapping up. So I'm wrapping up a $10,000 web app contract. And I have basically, I invoiced for half at the start. So I have $5,000 left to invoice. And then I also have wrapping up just this week, wrapping up a $5,000 a month creative consulting contract. So that basically means in those 4 months, there will be like a net revenue of 20,000 coming in. Those are the big ones. There's little things like hosting services and all that kind of stuff. So that's very little. I don't want to count that. So, so it's a positive difference of $8,000, assuming I have to pull all that money out of the business, right, in order to pay personal expenses, which I really try not to do. So, and there's already, there's already funds in the bank as well too, because we've been doing pretty well for the start here. It's a hell of a start, as they say in what's that movie? Let's say Spartacus, but 300. Hell of a start. So there's a potential contract that may or may not be signed. I'm not sure. It's $10,000. So that's a combination of, let's just call it creative services. I don't know if it's going to fly or not, depending on whether the client decides to do this or not, if they want to undertake this project. So it might be partial. There might be a partial thing. It might be a full thing. It might be, so it might be $5,000. I don't know, but nothing's signed. Nothing's established yet. We're still we're negotiating. So that could be some other potential revenue. And of course, we're also assuming that as we're doing all of these things, specifically what would be the most important thing would be this direct communication with clients. We're assuming that we're not going to get anything from there at all whatsoever, right? So is that likely? I don't know. But I always like to hope for the best, plan for the worst. So let's plan that for the next 4 months, we don't get one single contract and we focus entirely on just doing this work. And then of course, I want to make sure that after this time period, I don't have to, like, the money is not all gone from the company and we're like completely broken, like, oh shoot, we need to go find another job. So if you remember way back when we first started this in September, I don't know if I posted a video somewhere, but just talking about how we came to this decision to quit my job. And I had made a whole kind of spreadsheet of the numbers of like, this is how much money we have in savings and this is how much money we could live off of. We can have to live off of, assuming we make absolutely no money. So basically, all that money is still there. We haven't even had to touch it. So we still have a good runway, so that even if in the next 4 months nothing happens, there's enough money for the next like 8 months at least. There's probably even maybe a little bit more now, considering the business is already in a positive cash flow. So we're in good shape. We're in good shape for this whole 2023, even if we don't get one single client through all of this stuff. So that's good. That's looking pretty good. So yeah. So what should we do tomorrow? I need to save this. What should I save this? I'll just say marketing time estimates. Okay. So what should we do tomorrow? We can think about breaking down. Am I in focus? I know this I need to find a better boom arm. Like, I like this. These are the Rode, I don't know, PSA 1, I think is what it's called. Boom arms. But as I see, actually, maybe I could just bring myself here so I don't have to look like I'm turning my head. Yeah, I think if I go here, I'll still focusing on my eye, but I think if I turn away, but now I gotta look. But if I don't, is it focusing? Oh, it's following me pretty good. Anyways, but there's this big bulky thing. But if I can have the monitor arm come up like from below and then just put the speaker in my face, the mic in my face, I think that would be better than having this stupid thing kind of always being in the way. So this feels like it's gonna fall out. So anyways, neither here nor there. That's just me thinking about how I can make my setup a little bit better. Oh, that's one thing too that I really need to do is I need to figure out where I'm going to do a podcast. Because if you recognize this room, it's moved around quite a bit. I was podcasting, plus always been my office as well. And there's always takedown setups. And I try to keep things in a way so that I could just basically sit down and press record. So how do I turn this space into a content making machine where I can have all my gear just kind of set up, ready, hit record my stuff, and then be done with it, and then just get to work and have a nice station to do that, or nice stations to do that, and then also have something where I can have a podcast set up. Where is it in here, or do I put it in like my kitchen, in my dining room? I don't know. Have people over. I think in here would be nice. Maybe back here, if there's room, I could have a smaller table, a more kind of cozy, intimate setup. I'm not sure, but we need to figure that out. But that's something I probably want to figure out on my own, as opposed to trying to do that on camera with you guys. I don't know. Let me know if you think that it would be really cool to kind of see me going around this space and kind of figuring out how to set this place up, like on a live stream. Then that'd be kind of cool. Sure, I could do that. Let me know. So, but for tomorrow, I'm trying to think about what can we do tomorrow? And what should we do tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know what would be the best thing to work on. Okay, we're talking about podcasting, so we could look at potential guests. Maybe we can start. You know what might be a good place to start? Let's just start by gathering up local business. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do next week. Tomorrow, next stream, we're going to, I'll go write this down in the chat. We're going to figure out, or we're going to start our list of all the different people that are in the area that would be good to, oh my goodness, they'd almost both be good to talk to for podcasting, but also for like, hey, do you need a business? Or do you need a business? Do you need a website? Or help with a website? So we're gonna start making those lists. So that'll be good. Okay, so let's do that. Let me type this in the chat. So tomorrow we're going to start building our list of potential podcast guests and potential clients, which we will I would say target, but it sounds a little bit like you're putting a target on the back. I'm going to say like potential clients that we're going to target for like advertising, right? Or for our direct communications that we will clients we will reach out to. We will reach out with tomorrow. We're going to start building our list of potential guests and potential clients to reach out to. Which we trying to think the best way to say this. So potential guests and potential clients. That we will reach out to directly. I want to say more than just reach out to directly, but it's like, what is this thing called? Like, does it have a name? This, you find a company and say like, we'll send them a 2-minute personalized video of tips and tricks of what they could do on their website to improve or what have you. What is that called? Like personalized? That we will personally. What is the word? There's got to be some kind of way to characterize that. Tomorrow we're going to start building our list. Our lists of potential podcast guests as well as potential clients that we will I would say experiment, that we will focus our new direct communicate Jeez, I'm overthinking this way too much. Potential podcast guests as well as focus our new direct communication strategy on. And that we will we will test. Test seems like a bad word. Thinking like they're not test subjects. Tomorrow we're going to start building our lists of potential podcast guests as well as potential clients that we will reach out to. Now that we'll just reach out to directly. With our new marketing with our communication strategy. Using our Yeah, tomorrow we're going to start building our list of potential podcast guests as well as potential clients that we will reach out to directly using our communication strategy. I know that we will reach out to using our direct communications strategy. Yeah, there we go. Leave that comment and I'll just pin that, I guess. There we go. So that will be tomorrow's video. Okay. Right. I think we're moving along. I think even in just the past couple of days, just talking about this stuff is really making me feel excited. A little nervous about the amount of work that's going to be done, but I think it's going to be good work. And this is something, like, to be honest, it's something that I've never, in all my businesses and all the things I've tried to do, I've never really put forth the honest, like I would say, an honest 100% effort in trying to really, really build out my business or my company that I would be working on. So now I think spending this time to really think this through and to try something and to be willing to stick with something for like 4 months. I mean, we're going to see how it goes, but I have a really good feeling that it's going to turn out well. So stick around. If you're starting your own creative business or service or what have you, I hope that in the next few months, the things that I do here are going to prove that they're actually going to be working. And then you're going to be able to use that for your own business, right? To grow your own customer list, because there's 1 billion people that need websites. Everyone needs a website, right? So there's plenty of room for all of us to be successful at this. So that's what I'm hoping for. Anyways, but we'll take it one day at a time. And tomorrow we are going to, just start the process of getting our list together. So that I'll probably have it on Monday where we'll start making some of those videos and reaching out to potential customers. So that's going to be exciting. So it's going to be an interesting April. So with that, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And as always, we will see you with a brand new live stream tomorrow. All right, take care. Have yourself a great night. Okay.